I am back because I enjoyed last time so much. Hopefully this one is a banger. I've enjoyed coming up with this structure, video style. I haven't got a script, but I do have loads of notes that I want to go off of. There's quite a bit, so I feel like this could be a long video. Firstly, this is how I try to stay disciplined. Not how to stay disciplined, because trying is a lot different than actually staying disciplined. Because it's really hard to actually stay disciplined without burning out. You have to have times where you can just chill out, relax, and do all these things. But this is the notes that I am going to provide. Well, I provide myself, but also I'm going to share them as well with you on how I try to stay disciplined. Obviously, take that in quotations. You can't stay disciplined every single day, every single second of the year. The foundations are crucial before you begin. So getting yourself into a good mental state beforehand gives you hell of an advantage in the long run. Just some things I try to do to keep me in a good mental state is listen to podcasts, read books, eat well, gym, workout, etc., etc., clean living space. These are all massive things that are perfect for your mental state. So laying them foundations just before you get into whatever you want to do is absolutely massive and will give you hell of an advantage, as opposed to just starting right now with no foundations. Sorry, I thought I'd close my window, chuck on a light in front of me and move this down just to hopefully improve the viewer experience. So the main point, number one, is the lessons that you have learnt from listening to the podcasts, reading the books. A really great book to start yourself off on is Atomic Habits. Like I said in the last video, if you watched that, this book, I wish I read it sooner. It was an absolute game changer for me, and I'd like to think it would do the same for you if you're on the beginning of your journey. If you're halfway through or wherever, if you've already started, still, it's a great book, but I just wish I had read it sooner, to be quite frank with you. The book itself is just doing small little habits every single day, and they snowball then into bigger habits down the line. So one thing that I was doing at the beginning of my journey before ecom was I was growing TikTok pages, and I kept telling myself just one TikTok video a day. It took about 5, maybe 10 minutes to create that video, but that was the small little habit at the beginning that snowballed into something way bigger. And I come home from work after a 9 to 5 and I will do 4 or 5 hours work easy, but without that first initial habit change of the one small video a day, I wouldn't be where I am today. I probably would have just given up, to be perfectly honest. If I was trying to tell myself to work another 4 or 5 hours after work without going through the foundation building, quite frankly, I don't think I'd last very long, to put it lightly. So from these podcasts that I listen to, my favourite one at the moment is Modern Wisdom, and my favourite quote is Chris Williamson talking. I don't think he actually writes it himself, but it's his quote on doing the thing. And I have written it down here because I'm not going to memorise it all, so I will say it to you. Apologies, I am going to be looking down, so I'm not going to be looking at the camera. It is in my hand. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have already done the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing of all the admiration you'll receive from doing the thing isn't doing the thing. The only thing that does the thing is doing the thing. And I think that quote is absolutely perfect. I've taken the quote from Modern Wisdom. I don't think he actually wrote it himself. That's just where I've seen it. So I thought I would share that quote with you. Hopefully lights a spark in you to get some work done and do the thing. So main point number 2 is remove frictions, distractions, and temptations. Make sure to remove any distractions. I feel like this is self-explanatory, but social medias such as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, just anything really you are dedicated, wasted time to. I found that I was on TikTok for, I think it was like 11 hours one week. Or it could have been Instagram, actually. I was on Instagram for about 11 and a half hours in a week while I was working, and I felt awful. That time was just wasted watching fucking brain rot, just shitty reels. Minimizing them distractions is something that you're gonna have to do. Wish I did it sooner. I told myself actually that I was gonna remove Instagram until I made my first sale through ecom. I made my first sale about 5 days after I said that, and it's been about 2 months and I still haven't downloaded Instagram. I've downloaded it for the occasional thing, mainly just to message my mates, because they don't message me any other way. So it was literally a case of downloading it for an hour, not even that, and then completely removing it again. Another point is making distractions harder to access. So using apps to block websites, social medias, apps, etc. And whatever basically is distracting you from cracking on and doing the thing. The reason why you remove distractions and temptations is to make way for good habits. The distractions stop you from starting any good habit. So make it easy as you possibly can to start them good habits. Sorry about that. I know all the background and everything's changed. The camera angle's probably changed. The sun has come down a little bit more. I stopped for a food break, so I am absolutely fucking stuffed right now. But some good grub to get back into this video. So where I finished off was at the end of main point 2. I'm now going to be going on to the third and final point, which is accountability and feedback. The main thing that I do is tracking progress. So I've started recently doing it on YouTube, doing videos like this, checking in like every week, every couple of days, whatever. It's basically whenever I get a video idea and go through with it. But I have been doing different ways of tracking my progress. One of the ways has been Microsoft to-do lists. It's just, apps similar to this, just to be able to track personal things. I've also been doing it with my fitness, but that's been through, weighing myself, taking pictures of progress, etc, etc, etc. You understand the point, I hope. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to get across. So tracking your progress, massive pointer. So the next bullet point then is reviews weekly. So at the end of the week, usually on a Friday it happens to me, but I sometimes do it on a Sunday, I will ask myself what's gone well in that week. Sometimes I won't even be consciously actually trying to do this. It will just be something in my head, because I've been doing it for quite some time now. So I will ask myself what's gone well in the week, what's gone bad, and essentially just assess in my week on productivity levels. You get the gist. So just holding yourself accountable, reviewing yourself, all these little things, internal assessments, just all that helps. Well, at least it's helped me with my discipline. And the last thing I want to talk to you about today is joining a community. Joining a community is absolutely massive. for discipline. Being around like-minded people is huge. So if you're not in a friendship group, or if you're not on this path with anyone else, it can be very lonely. Don't want to plug the Discord, but if you are on your own, even if you're not, just there's a Discord link down in the description. We would like you to have a look, come join, come chill out, speak to us, let us know what problems you're going through. Hopefully we can fix a few of your problems, vice versa. But just overall, we're just trying to connect, grow our network in this space. Yeah, I think that's all. It's been quite a long video. Hopefully it's been informative for you guys. I'm gonna look back on this in a couple of years' time, and I'm gonna giggle to myself. Just another note. I'm still insanely uncomfortable with doing all of this video bollocks. So bear with me. Hopefully I get better in front of a camera. That's the main goal anyway, is to get better in front of a camera to start doing some video ads. So yeah, wonderful. Thank you very much for tuning in this far. If you have any questions or would like to speak to us, again, comments are always open, or Discord link is in the description. I look forward to seeing you in there.